All right, I give up. Yeah, it's only 10:24 right now, and I've been trying for over an hour and a half to fall asleep unsuccessfully. My mind is just going, going, going. So I'm going to do the video that I thought I was going to wake up around midnight and do. And the title is, Do Seekers Ever Find? I had thought I would be recording with Aristo today. Yeah, it is still today. However, that's going to happen tomorrow for Monday's video. So, I now have to make this video. The title came to me as I sit here listening to the Seekers Golden Jubilee CD. Whoop, I got it. Oh, he goes the wrong way. That just arrived today. Yes, they are my favorite group of all time. I simply resonate with their style and selection of songs. Of course, I've been listening to them over and over again on YouTube before this. I think this is because I am a seeker, and I have been all of my life. I seek that elusive kingdom of God on earth. I know I'm not the only one, although many have bought into the lie that there will never be peace on earth. They try to convince me that it won't work. As long as I have breath, I will be a seeker. And I don't mean inside of me. I mean in the world in which I live. If it doesn't manifest, it has no value, no substance. Indeed, and I'm not saying by what I just wrote in that blurb, I'm not saying that I don't believe in doing inner work. I certainly do believe in doing inner work. But the inner work has to manifest outward. The problem with spirituality for a long time has been that we allow the world to be evil. We don't take a stand for truth. We don't take a stand. I mean, look at the churches in the United States. That's the only place that I'm really familiar with how it is. And there's a thing called a 501c3, which tells churches that they're not allowed to bring up politics. Now, of course, certain churches, they make exceptions. Black churches can get away with some politics, and I think there's other religions that are allowed to get away with certain political things that seem to go along with what the government wants as far as it's causing division. But they certainly don't want spirituality that teaches unity. By this shall all men know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. Not if you love Baptists because you're a Baptist, or you love Hindus because you're a Hindu, or you love your group because it's your group. That's what everybody does. And I've been seeking a bridge, a way to show people the essence of what spirituality was intended from the beginning according to what I believe God has taught us. And that is love. Love God and love your neighbor. And when you love your neighbor, it's the same as loving God, because God manifests in us. Now, I'd like God to manifest in us and beyond us and in the world. I'd like that. I've sought that my whole life. I've had that vision my whole life. Now, it's been tweaked. I was raised as a Christian, and I thought Christianity was the only way. That's how I was taught. But even as a teenager, I had already begun exploring other religions and other denominations within Christianity even. And I was told, well, you can't believe what they teach. They're wrong, and they're wrong over here, and everything was wrong. Everything is, we're right and everybody else is wrong, and it's division. I'm sorry, division is the most unspiritual thing that there can be. That anything planted in the Bible or in any holy book that talks about dividing is insane. Is insane, because it's about unifying. It's about becoming whole. It's about remembering who we are. And when we remember who we are, we do love one another. I'm a seeker, and that's what I'm seeking. And there are people that aren't going to like that. I'm sorry. You're not seeing what I see. And it's been my vision, as I said, my whole life. Now somebody, I just read just a few minutes before I started this video, I just read some of the comments on my last video. And I'm being criticized for going to Australia. Well, let me say that, first of all, I was criticized because I'm using money that was donated for my house to go to Australia. The money that was donated for my house and the lawyers is gone. That's gone. $5,000 went from the end of November till into February, and I was dishing out money to the lawyer even after the case was thrown out of appeal court. I was still donating money to the attorney. I say donating because that's what it ends up. The appeal is gone. All the money that I have right now is from the sale of property that was left by Dr. Mary that I was able to salvage. And let me tell you something. I got raked over the coals in that. They took out a whole trailer load of stuff, antique furniture and Lenox china and Haviland china and things like that. I didn't even get to that. I almost got $2,000 in my part after paying $400 to have them pick it up. And then 35% of everything that was sold. And some things they apparently gave away. They're on the list, but there's no price. The price that they gave it away for is zero. I'll never, ever in my life again, ever use an auctioneer to sell. I mean, if I ever have anything to sell again, it ain't going to be sold that way. That is highway robbery, and I benefited nothing from it, or very, very little. But what I do have came from what I was able to sell. And there was the other auctioneer that did actually give me $3,000. That's where the $5,000 figure comes from. But I've been a seeker, like I said, and I hope, I don't know that it's going to happen, probably not, but I would love to meet the Seekers, the group, when I go to Australia. They're in Melbourne. That's their home base. They haven't been on tour for 2 years, since 2014. And as far as I know, they're still there, and I don't know that I'm going to get to see them, but I'd sure like to. I love their music. I love their music a lot. Anyway, I hope I've cleared some of the record. Someone has suggested that I should look up the shamans in Australia and do some of their ceremonies, and I'm not going to say that that's not going to happen, but that's not in my mind that's where I'm going to go. I mean, I'm going to try to let Spirit lead me, and I'm going to try to let go of trying to figure out how I'm going to make everything come together, because I can't figure it out. There's lots of things I could go into that I've heard, rumors of real changes happening. Will they happen? We'll see. Anyway, thank you for listening, and hopefully the next video will be with my friend Aristo. Thank you and namaste.